Hi, my name is Barrie Crampton. Today I'm going to show you around our Mercedes-Benz C43 AMG. Then I'll take you for riding it, but first I'll tell you a little bit more about it. It's a C43 V6 AMG Premium Plus G-Tronic 4MATIC. It's Euro 6, 2016 on a 66 plate, has done 23,147 miles. Fuel economy, urban 26.2 miles per gallon, extra urban 44.1 miles per gallon, combined is 36.3 miles per gallon. I'll cut the 0 to 60 time in. Has a top speed of 155 miles per hour out of a 362 brake horsepower 24 valve engine. One of my favourite actors is James Garner, and he's in a couple of films called Support Your Local Sheriff, Support Your Local Gunfighter. Again, two of my favourite films, comedies, and in one of them, he's a real rational sort of guy, very, very clever, cunning, and but all that changes when he hears a roulette wheel spin. For some reason, his persona changes and he has to go and bet on the roulette wheel, and he always loses all his money. The look that comes on his face when he hears the roulette wheel and his change is virtually the same as John when he sees a C43 for sale or a C63 AMG. He becomes a whole different person and he has to have it.
$4,600 on number 23.
That's how we've ended up with this. It's not really the type of car we usually sell. Both of us these days prefer comfort to speed, but I'm glad we've got it. It's a beautiful car. It really is. It drives absolutely fantastic. It's quick. It's comfortable as well, which is unusual for a performance car like this. You can set it up to be basically as comfortable as your normal family car, but if you want to thrash it, then there's settings for the gearing, the suspension, you name it. It's lovely. Well, anyway, I'll just show you around it. So we've got the 5 double spoke AMG alloy wheels, and that's the 5 spokes, not 5 wheels. The silver AMG calipers, the bi-turbo 4MATIC badge there. It has the Mercedes-Benz LED intelligent light system. It's got Distronic cruise control, so it keeps you a certain distance from the car in front and brakes you if you get too close. Front parking sensors, the deep spoiler here, the kind of bejeweled grille and the chrome insets there. Really nice from the front. I've got to show you the engine. You can't exactly say they're a thing of beauty anymore because they've got a big plastic cover over the top and you can't see. I went to a classic car show yesterday and there was beautiful engines, 3 carbs along the side, all polished and beautiful. But as far as modern engines go, this under here looks really nice. So that's that anyway. You've got power folding door mirrors. Keyless entry, keyless go. You just say as long as you've got the key on you, if you just touch that there, doors will lock, mirrors fold in, come back to the car, put your hand behind the door handle, and that's it, that's enough to open it. It's got the panoramic roof and it's electric tilt and slide. It's de-chromed, so it's black all around the windows, and it hasn't got, now it's rear privacy glass, but one of my subscribers referred to it as gangster glass, which I might use from now on. So it hasn't got gangster glass, and I think it looks so much the better for not having that. For some reason, I always think that when it's got privacy glass, it looks like these two different halves. It somehow changes the dimensions. It's probably an optical, well, it is an optical illusion, but the back end looks fatter than the front end. And this just looks so sleek and streamlined. So I'm glad it hasn't got it. If you want it, there's tinting firms these days that'll just do it for you, so you know, it's not a problem either way. We've got the plastic sill protectors there, and then going around the back, we've got this really discreet lip spoiler on the edge of the boot. Power open, power close tailgate. The little buttons there, quite a good idea. That button there will just shut it, that button will shut it and lock it. You've got two handles here, so the back seats fold down as well, so that's very kind of practical. Decent boot size, I suppose. I don't think you'd be buying this to put a load of luggage or carry stuff around in, but it really is it's an ideal car. It's ideal for me, I've got to say. Just under here, there's a reversing camera, and the Mercedes-Benz one folds away, so it doesn't get iced up, which is a great thing. It don't get filthy either. I think there is a button inside, or you can set. There is a setting inside that you can set it to come down, so you can clean it if you need to. Rear parking sensors, the twin exhaust there, chrome tips. A bit of a spoiler alert. When I get it, I'm going to put a microphone on the bumper here so you can hear what it sounds like. It does sound fantastic. But I did it on a Maserati the other day, and I always do things to excess. So if you watch the Maserati film, I'm sorry, I kept cutting the engine noise in, but that sounded fantastic as well. I'm going to try and be a little less is more with this video, but when you hear the engine sound, you'll know why I've done it. Now, I've put the seat foot way forward so I can get in okay. There's not a fantastic amount of room, but with a sensible driving position, the passengers will be good in the back. Nice and comfortable. It is my favourite combination. I don't know if this is real leather or Artico leather, the man-made leather that Mercedes-Benz make. And then you've got Alcantara in the centre. I think they look nice. They also hold you in place better than leather. And you've got the red contrast stitching, the red seat belts to match, the Isofix rear child seat anchor points. You've got here this rear centre armrest, and I think, let me just see, there you go, the cup holders spring out there. So two cup holders, place to put your phone, like anybody's going to put the phone down these days and not be on it all the time. There are 2 vents in the back here. It's got Burmeister speakers, so the sound system's fantastic. And you've also got this, it's a panoramic roof, but it's a twin panel. So the front panel for the driver will slide back or tilt up, and you've also got a shade band over it if it gets too hot, the sun gets too hot on your head, then it's perfect. It's really, really well finished off, this kind of black wood effect in here, and the aluminium all looks like quality materials. It's a lovely car, I have to say. Airbags in the A pillar, the B pillar, the C pillar, so nice safe environment too. And but the way it drives, as I say, you can set it up to just drive like an ordinary C class, a C180 or whatever, and then you can set it up to be like an absolute monster. Harden the suspension, stiffen the steering, and fine tune the throttle response too. It's a brilliant car. Anyway, I'll just take you for a drive in it. So the first thing I'll do is take off my jacket. Lovely day today. That's the Mercedes-Benz key, but it is keyless entry, keyless go to, although you can take out that little button and use the key in the ignition instead, like so. John is using his car at the moment. He prefers the keyless go. I prefer somewhere to put the key, and let's get it started. So here we go. If you're watching this at work, turn your speakers down now. Now that's just in ordinary setting, but it sounds well enough. I'll tell you the service history first. Okay, first of all, turn the fan down a little bit, like so. It's good to see that you have actually got switches, although a lot of the stuff is controlled by this iDrive here. 20th of the 10th, 2017 at 5,301 miles, Mercedes-Benz Warwick. 22nd of the 10th, 2018 at 8,625 miles, Mercedes-Benz Wolverhampton. 25th of the 10th, 2019 at 14,484 miles, Macrome Garage, Wolverhampton. 30th of the 10th, 2020 at 17,912 miles, Macrome Garage, Wolverhampton. 14th of the 10th, 2021 at 20,933 miles, Macrome Garage, Wolverhampton. As I say, it's done 23,147 now. It's the Mercedes-Benz seatbelt system. There you go, pulls you back. It's very disconcerting, but make sure your seatbelt's nice and tight, and the gear selector is on the right hand side there. The reversing cameras come down, and here we go. We've got, that's the suspension there, AMG ride control, Sport, Sport Plus, Comfort. I'm going to put it in Sport, and then here we go into settings. You've got manual or drive. Well, it's in reverse at the moment, but if it was in drive, you could switch between manual or and so on. And then you've got here, there you go, Sport, Sport Plus, Comfort and Eco. Hang on, I think I could just, yeah, there you go. You can see the revs shoot up a little bit there. It makes it more responsive. You see there, the only place that these people could come on the tandem and cut me up is right in the reversing camera and right behind me. It's a double car park, but they've got to go where I'm just going to reverse over them. Anyway, so we're all set up there. What did I end up with that on? Well, actually, you can go into individual and then set it up in individual, but that's as I say, they've just cocked me up. So I'm gonna try and I'm gonna reverse just in the place where they are. Now we've set it up anyway in sport and sport everything. Here we go. There's a load of sheep around here before, so I'm just going to take it easy, although I do want to try and get the engine noise across to you. That's it. Too nice a day, too many animals about. And although I can't promise not to cut that noise in too much, I'll try not to today. It was only when I'd done the Maserati and then John was listening to the video that I thought, no, too much, Baz. Right, so we've got electric memory seats. What other stuff we've got? Safety stuff. It has the cruise control there, here, which you can't actually see from the driver's point of view. If I look, I'm going to just slow down here. The sheep always wait until you just get to the point of no return, then they run out in front of you. So, distance pilot they call it, and you can actually, if you turn the end there, you can set the distance you want to be between you and the car in front. So you turn the end there, but just set it. If you press away, distance pilot off. If you click it up, it knocks your speed up. If you click it down, it knocks your speed down. I'm going to knock it off altogether because I don't want, just said passive then. You've got warning triangles in your door mirrors. If those blind spot warning indicators, which I think are very good, as I've said before in previous videos. You only need them once when it's a motorcyclist's life that you've probably just saved. So I'm looking down here for the electric seat controls, but on Mercedes-Benz they're up here. So there you go. You can see every bit you can move. That's the seat squab. That bit there is the thigh extension there. You can move that forward and back. You can even move the headrest. That should be going up or down, like so, and the backrest. And then you can set it memory 1. Actually, John will kill me now. I hate it when people do that in my car. Car drive's absolutely fantastic. I did notice this morning, I was just coming onto the motorway, and basically the car was set up in economy, comfort, and there was an Audi S6 in front of me. He overtook me, and he was going like the clappers, and I wasn't racing. I just don't do that. But I probably put my foot down slightly more than I would do going around that bend. It's a long sweeping bend. But in comfort, it's you go round and you kind of feel like you're going around like so. Whereas in certain death corner here, we'll just make sure. Yeah. In comfort, you kind of wallow round, and it's almost like the road surface is a little bit uneven, so you're going round and the car's got a bobble on, and it doesn't do that when the sport's setting. It doesn't do that. Corner's a lot flatter. So if we go back over here to the iDrive, if you click the home button there, you'll see we can radio, media, telephone, vehicle, and then you've got all sorts. You can knock the climate control off. Now, why on earth would you want to do that from the electric system? The display system. Why on earth would you want to do that? It's here. You have to look at that. You have to find it, and then you have to click on it, to action it. Here, it's muscle memory. You just go over to it, and you can still look at the road. Designers these days, they really wind me up. Carry on. Tag, and then your music, tracks, skip tracks. Oh, that is unbelievable. 5 minutes and it's overheated. I've got a flipping aircon on like nobody's business. So Burmeister sound as well. Let's just go back. We've got here media. We can go through all that rigmarole with the iDrive and so on, setting it up. But it says device paused. Just click on that. Click play. Red Hot Chilies again. Can't play too much of it, otherwise I'll get a copyright strike. But the sound system in here is just awesome. Got that's lumbar support there. There's a little round button on the side of the seat, lumbar support. Over here, you've got heated seats, which of course we don't need today. We've got some sheep in the road. So the display, the dash, nice and informative. You've got speedo on the left hand side. In the speedo is your fuel gauge, your information display in the center, rev counter on the right with coolant temperature in the rev counter. The information display, if I click on that and use these buttons, I can change between trip, navi, radio, media, telephone, assistance graphic, service. It does have a warning, a collision warning in front. If you get too close to a car, a red triangle comes on. There you go, service. We'll go to the assistance graphic. There you go. That shows you where it's set, your distance. And actually, it's even showing me there. It was just flashing up that there's something in front of me. And perhaps that's a good idea if it's foggy or raining hard. Let's see what it does here with this car coming. Of course, you can't see it from here, unfortunately. It didn't do anything on that side of the road. So that's it in sport anyway. Let's just change that. So we'll knock it down. we'll knock it down into comfort, and then the suspension. Ride control, AMG ride control comfort. So that's that. Bit more forgiving in these potholes. You've got paddle shift here as well. So put the sheep crossing in a very dangerous place there. So paddle shift, knock down on the left, like so. I might just cut that bit of exhaust noise in. That's enough. Don't get carried away. Big drops. Lots of animals. If you leave that alone for a few seconds, it'll go back to drive, which it has done now. It's defaulted back to drive. While you're messing about with the paddles, rather than turn it to manual, which we can do here. Let's just set that. So that's in manual now. So it just changes using the paddle shift. Paddle shift only. It's handy when you're coming down hills like this and you want to control your speed. Lock it down. Actually, I never noticed then if that picked up the sheep. We've also got Navi, Bluetooth hands-free, Bluetooth audio streaming. Plenty of vents here. I've got them pointing at all my cameras. That was pointing at the middle one, the two at the sides. I can't see anything at the side of the road. Oh, but there's a car. Or two cars coming now, so I was just going to give it a bit of gas coming down here where I could see everything and everything at the side. Make sure nothing was there. That's it. No more, Baz. You're enjoying yourself too much. It's supposed to be working. Having fun. Seat's nice and comfortable. Again, I'm looking for the seat control down there on the side of this. Oh, they trapped the back of my legs then. It's just, yeah, that's better. Just a bit further away. Just over the little switchback hump back there. I mean, with the settings in comfort, it's really good. And then you've got, should I? That's eco. You see they're all green. And there's another setting on the dash here that if I can find it, I just flick up. No, it's not going to do that, so I have to go back there, trip. don't think it's in the assistance graphic, but we'll just say last brake. So that's telling you attention alert. Messages, tyre pressures. Tyre pressure, you check the tyre pressures all around. That's a very, very handy thing. All my friends, for some reason, I keep trying to drum it into them that the tyres are the only thing between you and the graveyard, really. And goodness me, tyre pressures, the tyre walls cracking. Give me strength. So if you're watching this video, I want you to immediately, especially if you're a lady, I'm not being sexist or anything, but women just seem to, the women that I know just seem to ignore tyre pressures and tyre condition and tread. Probably because they just let me do it all for them. I mean, even in economy, usually you click to economy and it just sucks the life out of that car and every last iota of enjoyment that you could possibly have. You know, there's no acceleration, it's just sluggish and won't overtake. This is great. Really nice to drive. As I say, these are John's favourite, I suppose. So there we go. Back seats fold down. Just have a quick look along these buttons here. Back seats fold down at the touch of a button, so you can load through. What have we got here? Steering pilot. I forgot to check that. Steering pilot. I don't know what it does. I might check that back going along the motorway. So the distance pilot's set again. Turn that down. Got the green steering wheel on. Let's just see if it allows me to. You see there the blind spot warning indicator was flashing. Now I'm just going to try and turn it. Yeah, it's keeping me in this lane, look. It's actually steering itself, and we're going around a bend here. There you go, and it's now telling me to put my hands back on the steering wheel. So if I indicate to go, it's letting me go across the lines. There you go. It's now picked up the markings. The steering wheel's gone green again. Let's just see. Yeah, it's holding me in the lane, steering me in the lane. There you go. And now it's telling me to get my hands back on the steering wheel because I'm an idiot. I have to be honest. that didn't need inventing. I had an inquiry a few weeks ago on our Mercedes-Benz, and the inquiry, the first thing they stated was, it's essential it has steering pilot. And I just thought, well, if it's essential, you shouldn't be driving. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.